Got a level up on 2 people. Be a strength sash. Oh, be a strength. Be a strength sash. Shut up. Just shush. I'm not going to have any of it from you, scallywags. I am llama. Sure, let's get you a bonus to your damage. Wu is now a Bloodhorn warrior. Okay, so we can upgrade Paladin, so you will always enter Guardian. Untouchable. When Rue gets a kill, the next attack against him within 1 turn will miss. Zealous Leap. Every other turn, as a swift action, Rue makes a Daring Leap up to 3 spaces or Broad Swipe. Rue's melee attacks deal 2 damage to all other foes within range. Actually, not bad. But I think ultimately getting Guardian up to the next level is really where it's at, because we can attack and then go into Guardian still. Alright, we can upgrade Ignite. Ignite can be used on tiles without debris on them. Bard. Xantos reduces the cost of recruit jobs by 1. +5 stunt chance to all heroes in the party. That's pretty amazing. Elementalist. Fire. Passive. Does not burn out while interfused. Wood. Active. Splinter Salvo. And Liquid upgrade. Infernal Rain. See, that's why my fire is burning. It's naturally burning out, whereas this would stop it. And Mythweaver. Status. Ruins. Passive. +1 potency per interfused. Garb. Passive. 50% chance to reflect damage while interfused. Books. Active. Lore Dump. Textiles. Upgrade. Greater Construct. Statues from Warriors. Yeah, I think Elementalist for the fire arrows. It's such a potent ability, fire arrows. Sorry, I couldn't have been more help. I don't fight quite like I used to. That's alright, we'll take whatever help we can get. Could have gone worse, you know. I barged in here and tried to hide behind the furnace. Why would they go after their own kind like that? They wouldn't. There's something different about this one. I want to keep it around and see if I can compare it to the other Morthagi. Maybe I'll put it where the door knocker shelf used to be. Do you think you could help me drag? Sure. Hey, listen, we appreciate all you've done so far, but I have to ask, are those deepest tattoos? Oh, it's embarrassing actually. I went through one of their initiation rituals years ago. They made some intriguing claims about life extension, and I was into that sort of thing. But the promises didn't pan out. And they ended up being pretty unpleasant characters. Cults come and go, but tattoos are forever. Teach your kids that one. I am amused. Greatly. Greatly amused. Okay, 10 years of peace followed. I hope that we get the rest of that event, that I didn't miss it out on it. If I did, I did. But, you know. Your victory has undermined the enemy's plans. They've been weakened. Mwahaha. During the years of peace, I am a llama tended her mystic seed until one day it sprouted. Well, maybe sprouted wasn't the right word. It burst up in a shower of dirt, producing small fond noises. Do guys fawn over sparkling-eyed pine cones? Well, I'm sure they'll love you. Its growth would be incredibly slow, but perhaps endless. The first harvest from the fields around Scythian Veins was a little off. No one could pinpoint exactly what was wrong, but everyone agreed that the flour tasted rusty. Imalama noticed that the theatre at Oakhelm had fallen into disrepair during all the conflict, so she passed the summer helping to rebuild it. For a good stretch of her youth, Periapsis had made a habit of picking up the hollowed shells of tree snails and river mollusks, keeping them in a pouch by her side. One summer morning, out of the blue, she entrusted her whole collection to a local kid. It's got too big for me. Okay. Well, we can do a bit of crafting. If we want to. I think I would like a crossbow. if I could get one for my melee fighters. The other thing is, of course, upgrading to some better armor might genuinely be good. Drop speed a bit, and dodge goes, but that chonky bit of armor on Trivenix would be very much welcome. Yeah, I think we're going to make some mail. Link mail, there we go. Now, other than that, I would like to simply upgrade some items that you're the only one that has a basic item there, so let's create this. Can I then make a shield? Or I could make those amazing hurl axes. That's a two-hand weapon. Yeah, that's a single-handed weapon. So I'm going to make a shield. Either that or the hurl axes, because those are bloody amazing. Sadly, the DLC will introduce some new armors and things, even if mods have done that for a while. Yeah, I kind of like the axes. I think they are what we're going to go for our melee warrior. There's no point in getting this for you. A throwing net? Ah, that's interesting. Alright, I think that's good. Mario, you're back. I was so worried. When you wrote about that horrible immortal mechanical nonsense, I was afraid you'd lost your mind. Nonsense? I'm completely serious. Why are you making that face? There's a plague out there. I'm telling you, I found a way for us to bypass death, and you're making that face? You can't bypass death. What you're talking about, that's something else, something unnatural, abominable. Morthagi have always been tools. We've used them to achieve countless other things. So why not this? Oh, I see where the story's going. I Am a Llama had visited Breda a few times. They picked apart Morthagi elbows and made up stories about the ancient mortificers over jugs of wine. They dug into the body of the strange Morthagi as well, but Breda remained puzzled as to how it worked. So when I Am a Llama received an urgent invitation to the forge, she set off immediately. Thank you. Listen, I have very important, potential, dangerous information. I knew I had to share it with you. Of course. You might even say I'm honored to be the person that you'd come to. First. I Am a Llama, about time. We've been waiting for you. Wow. Wow, that was fantastic. I loved it. Poor I Am a Llama. Wow. Yeah, Periapsis is totally rubbing it in. Let's start with pleasantries, but there's nothing pleasant about this. A wave of Morthagi have been moving across the countryside. A little further out, closer to Bard Bank, but causing just as much destruction. Based on the way they're spreading, it seems like they originated in brown Cooper furs. I've had some amazing cheeses from there. Well, if we weren't motivated by duty or glory before, now we can add cheese to the list. There are almost certainly some of the old mortificers' workshops there, and I wouldn't be surprised if, I love that term, mortificers. Mortificers are still around? No, but their workshops are, and some Morthagi can manufacture more of themselves without a person overseeing the process. So the Bringers of the Ring sets out again. This gorgeous squash gardener had just moved in next door, too. I'm finished up a better weapon, but I'll try to meet you at Pike Cave. Sorry, my voice cut out there. Maybe I'll have some tales to tell her later. Any insights? No. It's standard in some ways, but then the core of it is bizarre. Something complicated is going on here, but I can't figure out exactly what. Excuse me. You have the body of my friend in there? You've kept it in decent condition. I appreciate that. Apologies. This must be strange. Not at all. That is... Yes, it is strange. But I have many questions for you. The shadows deepen. All monster groups will draw an extra monster card in every battle. Okay, the story... Ah, good. It's still there. The story is proceeding apace. Cheese is a good motivator, to be quite honest. That's fair. I have a great stream. Gotta go to bed. But good luck with this amazing game. Oh, thank you very much, Shock Thief. You have a good sleep, mate. Alright. Well, we've got a bunch of places I need to go to, and also someone I want to go and recruit. So, first and foremost... Right. I'm going to be wrapping up in about, like, 30 minutes. We're not going to go through to a 9-hour stream. I think a 6-hour stream is good enough because it'll be 6 a.m. for me, or past 6 a.m. But I do need to quickly grab myself a can of drink before we take on the next couple of events. So just give me a second and I will be right back. I'm back with a can of Pepsi. This will keep me going. Yeah, we can recruit. That's also what we're going to be doing. But we're going to do the book first, and then recruit. We've got a bunch of places that I can scout pretty much everywhere, so... Right, let's find out. On the road, Ayama Lama discovered a volume written in an unknown script. She spent neck-breaking nights trying to make sense of its secrets. Now she's gone to a place of study. An eccentric of Woody Tooth famously built a library of histories and learning. There maintains their competent collection, along with 3 clean desks and a very stern expression. Is it time to translate the Lost Book of Stars? Task might pass quicker, or at least more interestingly, if I had company. Sure. Who are we going to put in there? I don't want another. Let's take Santos, I think. Right. While that's going on, everyone else can go down here. The Book of Stars. First time Alama called it that. But whenever she feels she's on the verge of understanding, like she's got it, like she's got it cornered and about to give up its secrets, it won't surrender. Dark weeks pass as reference after reference gets exhausted. Cipher after cipher is applied, and still the book rebels. So it's begun to take on other arcane names. The Dust Farm. This pack of kindling. A decent pillow. The pages ripple at the brush of even a lowly blown breath. They feel delicate and flow from a careful hand like water. Like they're resisting all efforts to be held or read. Sorry, Santos. Having you here did make, it did make our time here together better. Bearable. That's what the nice ones say. They say I'm bearable. I don't know. I think this man might be planning to kill us. And suddenly, a twinkle of music. Only brief, so quietly bright it would have been inaudible under the daylit sky or in a more humming place. In here, it tickles the ear. its source unmistakable. I must think you're handsome. Or I am. So maybe it's a musical compose. It's not prose or music. That was a numerical expression. You should try examining it as a math book. What makes you say that? So, and I mean, you've been snooping on our work, right? Those aren't gazes of longing you're casting in my direction. Follow me. His lamp weaves along the shadows and shelves, drawing these two flailing scholars in his librarian gravity. Down a locked passage he leads them, sloping to a cellar of smells, and there, momentarily, Ayamalama and Xantos lose his light. Well, where'd he... Didn't I say this before? When you're a collector of things, you want to make sure your most cherished pieces aren't damaged by rough, random hands. You're waiting for me to what, Xantos? Congratulate you? Watch you don't knock my ink pots. Wait, really? I should have been down here, then. I'm the ink-spillingest person there is, sometimes. You can see for yourself. This is where I fix old spines and bindings, restore lost pages, recover text from water, wine, smears. All that manner of thing. I do that down here. Further in is where the math book is. Books are. Math books. The flagstone floors are swept and flat. The passage walls rough and uneven. Book glue, I think. Is that the smell? Is that smell? Well, book glue, I think. Is that smell? Or it's poison. Ask him what poisons he knows. I bet you get a weird answer. They follow the man again, now to the end of the corridor and under the archway. These books and scrolls were here long before I was. I've tried to remove them. They won't pass the arch, just dissolve in my arms and reappear on the shelf. The circular room is large, domed to let in day, but wholly dark. It looks like Winnie Greengrass Library, the Library of Light. Like a wing of the great library Ayamalama visited, cut away from the rest of its domes, halls and chambers. Like nothing I've ever seen. Math references, theoretical texts, ruminations, logic and illustrated data. All the books would seem to have this bent. Very few are actually considered rare, to my knowledge, but I've opened a mere fraction of these volumes. You'd need an army of academics. There are 7 I can stand. I like that. I've met all the academics. There are precisely 7. That will not an army make. Anyway, tables and lamps are back here. Use them. I'll expect you to come up for water and meals, and to leave no trace of yourselves in this sanctum. I'd imagine, though, or I'm hopeful, that you know a starting place. This collection is massive. You recognize something from our book, and it prompted you to bring us down here, right? In my life's great quest of knowing, in my ongoing scouring of these and other shelves, twice before a book has emitted a melody. Those volumes dated from the ages of Old Kior, and were written in Kioran. Old Kior? Does that help us? I mean, I can't say I... The low shelves there are full of translated Kioran texts. All I know is there's some link for them between music and math. I hope you'll take your task seriously, as it has my own curiosity quite fairly piqued. They left to renew this research. At first, the huge and confounding hall of books seems like it could offer only further frustration. Here, commanding and tranquil, is a terrible ocean of enlightenment. Wonderful and entrancing to the eye. Easy to be lost upon, to drift unending. Any place where the theorems and queries of a million minds whirl is a place of contradictions. How will any answers be found, or any found answers be trusted? But progress is near immediate. In fact, breakthroughs come so quickly and consecutively, the pair of them will consistently miss mealtimes. This snatch of music, when the notes are put on the Kioran scale, becomes a... These numbers could be an astral date, couldn't they? It would be truly, it would be forever ago. Found a book that unexpectedly, it moves me. In these thoughts of, or I guess ideas the writer had about these near eternal forces of attraction, though not what you typically... maybe you should take a look? Days fall past them unmarked. They're like two cave dwellers, oblivious to rains that are pounding their mountain. You begin to recognize the ordering of a foreign mind between this formula and that diagram. I'm starting to translate. Here. There are diary parts, breaking up the more mechanical stuff. There are these confessional, almost notes, written in a hoping hand, it feels like. Or rather, written in a hoping hand, it feels like. In the ancient ancestor of our own language. I've been working, and I can finally, slowly, read some of it. You're pretty brilliant sometimes, aren't you? And time goes by. A point comes, they agree. They've translated all they reasonably can. Further revelations might require the rest of spring, or even into the fall. It's impossible to tell. Most of the equations and figures will remain beyond their understanding, but they've gleaned enough to know the desire around which the book was formed. To bind her mortal self with a star. She, the author, Nixia Highsmokes, seems to have had the mystic's gift. Like Xantos here. She seems to have had that aspect. See, this chat, this is why I brought Xantos. Yes, bringing her lover would have been nice for her to have companionship, but they're translating a magical book. Who better to have as a companion on that journey than a mage? A minuet. A minute blows around... is it minuet? I'm not sure. Blows around the crown where Sienna lays his southern light, and sways the stones to leap and glide for joy atop that holy height. Let limbered be these burnt young legs that never danced so free, and bind my dusty hair, and twirling, I'll call that star to me. The final entry has to do with that location, that crown of rocks on a hill. We've got a decent idea where to head. This guy really memorizes that from reading it once. How marvelous. How marvelous, truly. My dad used to say, death was defeated. Lildian. That's me, by the way, Lildian. My last name's Talton. You might have already... Didn't he say so? No. Lildian Talton? Death was defeated long, long ago, the day the first meaning rune was etched in rock. After a night relaying their learnings to the librarian, they depart in sweet morning air, making for a point newly circled on their maps. Well, dear God. We're all over the place. We've got a couple of things to do down here, though. And then a couple of things over there. Well, I mean, they're off to recruit someone, so I guess I could go over here. Sure. Let's do it. Thunk, off we go. Who do you want to recruit? No, pick from Legacy. Alright then. We can bring atomic aliens, or Fredato, the local legend or the folk hero. Now then, chat, since we're not going to be here over long, Leafin, do you want to set up a 2-minute poll for who we're going to be bringing back into the fold, whether it be Atomic or Fredato? I've got plenty of LP, I've got 11. Thanks, Leafin. Now, of course, we've already got 2 warriors in this group, and we've only got 1 mystic and 2 hunters. So, you know, there is that. However, Atomic is actually a lower level character than Frodato. Atomic has, I could choose Spirit Blade, Ignite, Elementalist, or Compulsion. Frodato, I could choose 2, Vigilance, Battle Dance, or Inspiration. I also had a Battle Dance and Inspiration Plus, but we'll see where those go. And it's up. Okay then, chat. This is your chance. Let's find out. Ah, no. I didn't mean to do that. Pick from blanks. There we go. All right. Now. No corrupt accuracy. Leafin saved chat from themselves. Well done. Santos, we tried to tie at 0, but chat betrayed us again. Well, there we are. You've only got a couple of seconds now, chat. We need to find out whether it's Atomic or Frodato. Are we going to bring Dark Aavak's beloved or Dark Aavak's frenemy? It's literally a choice between those two. God damn. That's actually quite amusing. I find that hilariously amusing. Frenemy or family? Dark Aavak has a wild life, indeed. Dark Aavak does have a wild life. Alright, it looks like it's leaning in favor of Atomic Aliens. Boom! Atomic Aliens it is. 25 to 20. Okay, so we can bring Spirit Blade. When the allies stand directly adjacent to an interfused object, they gain +1 bonus damage. Interfused blazes can be used to grant nearby allies fiery attacks. Ignite once per turn as a single action. Atomic pulls. Don't think we'll grab one. Elementalist. That's also quite useful. Compulsion. Atomic briefly interfuses with an enemy and forces it to move where she pleases. I think we're going to go with Spirit Blade. It's going to cost us 4 learning points. There we go. Sorry, legacy points. And recruit. Rue and Trivinix went into town amid a hum of tension and talk. Bardbank, always this boisterous? Atomic Aliens just slain a monster. Something got all the way up here. Nasty thing was trying to creep up from the forest. Atomic took care of it, though. It was something to watch. It was gross. That wasn't just a fight. It was a performance. I swear I saw her stop to look back at us and wink. Multiple times. Where's she now? Out by the barns, cultivating a fan club. Atomic is actually a romantic. So yeah, another romantic joins the party. Anyway, a few days rest, some potent brew, and I'm sure I'll be at the top of my game again. They're at Bardbank then. Well, just the one, so not at the moment anymore. I hadn't wanted it to come to this. Sounds like you've got quite the knack for taking them down, though. We're looking for that. We? Rusirius, the bringer of rings. I've heard of you. Atomic Aliens. We've heard of you too. I mean, you should have heard of each other. You were literally in the same party for a while. I would have loved it if that had been recorded in the game somehow. That would have been amazing. I suppose in a way, they are reimaginings of themselves rather than actually the same person. So, now we just need them to... It'll take 32 days to get all of that done. Dunk. Oh, that took no time at all. A campfire will be nice. There's honey left. I'll read you some of Harvesting Season. What? What? Sorry, Xantos. I'm just thinking of the book. Or the writer, really. Nixia Highsmoke. I don't think she ever did step here. I get the feeling she worked on that book feverishly forever and was forced to leave it behind. Buried by the water. She sounds brave, right? Slender but strong, enshrouded in voluminous cloud. A dark hood from which her eyes, damp with stars, might peer. You seem to have decided a lot of attractive details. Yeah, well, I've got my own intuitions, you know. A little bit of exploring still to do. There have been eyes in the undergrowth the last couple of nights. Want to make sure they're only curious, not, I don't know, hateful. In summer, the star Senya is first to light the southern sky. Aimalama and Xantos have journeyed to the gentle wooded hills that swell over the horizon of Lone Echo Field. Aimalama, why is the tent so far from the fire? Something wrong? Senya, the Bard Star is what they call it. I wonder if, or who it might have... I like that name, I guess. It sounds nice. I agree. The Bard Star sounds lovely. What sounds nicer is pig fat sizzling. Want to fry up that ranch woman's bacon? God damn it, Xantos, thinking with the stomach. Over a few days, nights, they tussle every weed-grown knoll, searching for the hill-crown henge. The Ring of Stones has an old name, or so the locals want it understood. A name they insist is Dragon Bones old. Only none of them knows what it is. The ranch woman said we'd find a footpath. Seems we have. You can imagine a little procession of them, solemn, fox-headed druids, wooden torques, bearing bowls of silver mountain gin. When you say all that, yeah, I can at least imagine them. Stone figures just from the crest of the rise. They're tall, yeah. Speech seems ill-mannered amid the slow breeze and silence of this long-orphaned mountain. They go into a now familiar, studious hush as Aimalama revisits passages from the text, lines she marked and now must wonder why. Day diminishes. How will I know if something's happening? I don't have any gift. I can't just bond with anything I see. Everything fine? Energetic mists uncurl in the wake of the leaves' light. They stand the book away from the circle's edge. And night descends at a stately pace. The stones in their mute mineral way seem eager. Well, there's your star, with his brothers. Yep. Already the sky is pinned with light. But the grey-green Bard Star hangs unusually bright. According to you're looking at the lyric. A minuet blows round the crown where Senya lays his southern light, and sways the stones to leap and glide for joy atop the holy height. Let limbered be these burnt young legs that never dance so free, and bind my dusty hair, and twirling, I'll call that star to me. Not a noise comes from the cosmos, unless twinkling stars are meant as laughter. Thinking about that line, do we have to set fire to our legs, maybe? Huh? No. I love that that's something Xantos asked. Because it did say, I think the writer just... No, quietly. Wait. Oh, let's try this page. Also, could it be... Oh, there it goes again. Looks brighter, doesn't it? Your room. Room. Your room. A sonorous hum enters hearing. Your room. Many voices over, at varying pitches, get joined. Aimalama, there's like sweet, strange fiddles. Swelling, thrumming. There's a little spirit. There are many. The sound seeps away after several moments, and still more phantoms peel from the rocks. Possibly, we're not standing where they want us standing. No, the universe just went quiet. A rest of 6, 7, 8, 10 heartbeats. Indeed, a musical silence extends. It broadens. The barred star grows hot and huge. Then, with the formal dip of the summer's fair floor leader, wreathing itself in scentless smoke, one brave spirit starts to dance. Yarum. Ghostly silks billow up around it, as notes from somewhere soars again, now a flock of them in melody. Partners fly to follow, furling out new forms, becoming faceless gowns of flimmer and flounce. A soft elbowed rhythm nudges wistful strings along. Then a shy glimmer of a voice asks I'm a llama to dance, and Xantos is led to the floor, and as once long before, the stone ring revels. Okay, now then, I am a llama or Xantos, and who wants it? Xantos likes dancing. Does I am a llama like dancing? Me. Okay, so we have contention in chat. All right then. So the way that we're going to solve this is so it's a fight to the death, says Demi of Derb. Roll a 1d2. Russian roulette. I mean, that would solve the problem, yeah. Flip a 3-sided coin. I don't have a coin. Who has coins anymore? My lord. Okay. I'm going to give it to chat. Now, we're going to find out who chat thinks is the most charismatic, because clearly this will affect the poll. Leafin, if you set up another poll, 1 minute, 2 choices, no corruptocracy. This is sheer numbers. Flip a debit card. No. 22KK, thank you very much for the link there. Nightbot is a little bit overzealous. Okay, show us who you like the most, chat. Who has befriended you the most? Who has beguiled you with their beautiful prose in chat? Whose name tastes the best to say? It is now time for chat to make their choice known. And is Xantos going to ask for it to be tied again? Is Xantos going to maintain his statement of no one should vote, it should be tied at 0? Or does Xantos, now having something they want you to vote in their favor? We have 1 minute. 1